We are so excited to have all of you on here. We're still waiting for our interviewee to join in. So just for those of you joining us, I'll introduce myself a little bit. I'm Katie Ward. I live in California, and I've been doing family history since I was 13. My favorite thing about family history is the stories. I love listening to the stories of my ancestors, and I feel like they have so much strength. Oh, yay, Ella, we're so happy to see you. Awesome. Okay. So, Ella, I have a couple of questions for you. We're super happy to have you here with us, and I'd love to know what you have been doing throughout this quarantine to stay positive and to stay engaged in family history.
She wants to know what you've been doing to stay positive and engaged in family history.
Okay. We did our YouTube channel, which in there I found a lot of fun, cool ways to do family history, and that kept me on it.
Yeah, that's awesome. So what has been your favorite family history activity that you've done in quarantine?
It was Record Quest, which was really fun, and it helps you learn how to do your family history and learn how to find relatives and stuff.
Mm-hmm. So we have a couple of requests for you to introduce yourself. Do you mind telling us a little bit about you?
Yeah, my name's Ella Jewel. I am 11, and this year was my first year of going to Roots Tech. I really liked it. I liked the expo hall and all the games there, and I really liked the virtual reality that was there, and yeah.
Awesome. And from our viewers, we'd love to know what you guys are doing during quarantine. We're super excited to have you all on here. And Ella, while you were talking about Records Quest, do you want to explain to us a little bit more of that?
So Record Quest is like a fun game where she gets a letter from a really, really rich person, and he's about to die and he doesn't have any children to give his money to. So he thinks that they're related. So she goes on a little quest to see if she's actually related to that guy. And I don't remember what happens in the end, but it's like a really fun to find out how to, like, all this different stuff, how to find answers to see if you're like related and stuff.
Yeah, so it's like a video game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's such a great tool to get youth involved because they sit at their computers all day anyway. Why not make it family history?
Yeah.
Awesome. We have a couple of requests to explain what Roots Tech is. Do you want me to explain or would you like to?
You can explain.
Perfect. So Roots Tech is a worldwide family history conference that takes place in Salt Lake City, Utah in February. And last year they also went to London, and they were planning on doing that this year as well, but unfortunately that wasn't possible because of the coronavirus. But it's a place where thousands of genealogists and just anyone can come together who has any interest in family history. And we're able to all share our ideas, and it helps create a sense of belonging among genealogists. And it's just a great place to make friends and learn more tools. What was your favorite part of Roots Tech?
It was the expo hall because there was all different kinds of booths, and there was this awesome games, and Yeah.
That's so fun.
We
So-
also had a comment on where to find Record Quest. You find it in BYU Family History Technology Lab. And it will pop up a screen and you can find it, and you'll just find Record Quest and a bunch of other cool games if you want.
Yeah, and if you're interested in Roots Tech, you can go to rootstech.org to learn more. So I have another question for you, Ella. Why is family history important for you?
It's important to me because it's like a fun way to play games and like learn more about family history and who you're related to and things like that.
Yeah, I love that you're interested in making it fun rather than just thinking about the records, because there are so many different ways to make family history fun, and you can use the records as such great tools to get people interested. I know what has gotten me like most excited about family history is making it a competition and making it super engaging so that people want to join. Okay, I have another fun question for you. What are some odd or strange things about your family history or your family traditions?
Like, we don't really have any odd family traditions, but it's like where we have a win family trip where we get kind of bad luck, and it's kind of gets really it gets fun. And the first trip we went on was to Coeur d'Alene, and the bad luck we got there was we were going to go on a 16-mile bike ride, and then my uncle's back of his window got shattered because of he like ran into like I think it was a car, and the bikes hit his back window and that shattered, and then we had to postpone it because they had to get their back window like fixed.
Oh my goodness. I love that that's special to you though, that this moment that could have been taken as like a negative moment has instead become a family story. And I think it's so awesome that you are able to create like such a happy memory out of a not so happy experience. And I think that it's super powerful for us to understand that not all of our ancestors and our experiences are positive, but we can learn and enjoy them anyways. So we have a couple of questions on how to find your YouTube channel. Do you mind telling us a little bit more about that?
Yeah. So the YouTube channel is called Family History Fun with Liv's Crew, and you can find it by going to Liv's Treehouse, and I think you can find some videos on Instagram and other places that I forgot, and you just go to Liv's Treehouse, and you can find some of our videos there to have fun during quarantine.
Yeah, I was watching a couple of them, and I got so many ideas of how to make family history fun. I'm really looking forward to using a couple of the tools that you taught us there. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about the different activities that you have done?
Some of our activities we've done was, I think a recent one was Compare a Face, and we've done Where Am I From? That was the most recent one we've done. And we did Record Quest, Relative Finder, Genealogy, and Wheel of Family Fortune. And it was just so fun, and yeah.
Wow, I love hearing all of these different ideas and resources to make family history fun. You said Wheel of Family Fortune, Relative Finder, Genealogy, Family Calendar, and Record Quest. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about what family calendaring is?
What's that?
That's the one we use to find the calendar and the birthdays.
So that's where we found some relative birthdays. It's like because in our family, we all love cake. So we have an excuse to eat cake. And it's just a fun way to know when your ancestors' birthdays were, and cake. I love cake.
Yeah, that sounds so fun. And that's a tradition that I want to start doing with my family, because why not celebrate them? Like, they have done so much for us. I think that is such a fun and great idea. So I have another question for you. What are you doing to document the quarantine or your own history?
I've been documenting, well, our whole family has been on Google Marco Polo, but I have just started on this book. It says The Story of You, and my mom got it from Roots Tech, and she gave me and my brother one, and I use it for that.
That's awesome. So you've been using Marco Polo to record videos of yourself and then journaling?
Yeah.
That's so awesome. I think that documenting your own history is such an important and impactful part of your telling your story and keeping the family history lines going. I think that's awesome. So we have another question. Do you have another YouTube video planned?
I think so. What was it we could do?
We want to explore the ones.
The family history discussion.
Yeah, just all the different ones on there.
We were gonna explore all the different like activities on FamilySearch's.org/discovery, and the one I want to do is all about me. I haven't gotten to do that one yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that. I've gotten to do a couple of them for myself and with my family. And I love doing silly things like comparing what your face looks like to what one of your ancestors looks like. I remember the first time that I did that, I found out that I looked like my dad's grandpa. And that was a little surprising, but I could actually see the relationship. And it was super duper fun. So I have another question from our viewers. People are excited to get grandchildren involved. Where do you suggest they start?
I would suggest BYU Family History Technology Labs, because there's like fun games that will help you get ready in family history that will make you just like, I want to find this person, I want to find that person, and stuff like that.
Yeah, it'll start getting them engaged in family history and realizing that it's super fun. I think that's so awesome. And like you mentioned before, another great place to start is the family history / discovery, where you can discover not only more about your ancestors, but more about yourself too. And I love learning about my grandparents as well. They're still living, but it was awesome to see like what the price of a movie ticket was when they were growing up. Do you have a close relationship with your grandparents?
Yeah, I do.
That's awesome. I remember you telling stories about how great your grandma and mom are. And I think it's so impactful that you learn the stories of the people who are still living. And that way you can grow closer to them while you still can. And I think that's so awesome. Okay, so I have one last thing. Olivia is Ella's mom, and she and I have been talking about a family history experiment. Ella and Olivia, do you want to tell us a little bit more about that?
Do you want me to come? Okay, I wasn't really dressed for this, but we'll go with it. No, Kaitlyn and I have been talking with some of our friends, and we think it might be kind of fun to try an experiment of doing family history for 21 days to see if it helps us with all of this COVID stuff that it's been making us feel kind of like stuck inside, maybe not connecting with our family a whole bunch. And so we thought it would be kind of fun to try an experiment all together and see if it helps us improve our mood. So Kaitlyn's awesome, and she's going to help me put together some resources. So are some of our friends. But if you want to learn more or join our challenge, we're going to do it May 1st to May 21st and just see how it helps, see if it'll do it. So if you guys want to, that would be amazing. We would love for you to join us. We'll do a Facebook group for sure, and we'll have an Instagram hashtag. We're still working out the details, but what did we call it, Kaitlyn?
The 21 Next Experiment.
Yeah, 21-day family connections experiment. And we're going to have a URL. I'm just in the middle of buying it right now, but it's going to be connections-experiment.com. So connections-experiment.com. And then we'll have all the resources there so even if you're a beginner genealogist, we'll have resources to make it so you can just click on one every day to work on, and it'll help you right through the process. So you don't have to know what you're doing. And then if you do, great.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this because the reason why I started doing family history is because when I was 13, I was going through a pretty difficult time in my life, and I felt a lot of emotions that I didn't understand, and I felt pretty depressed. And it wasn't until I started connecting with my ancestors that I realized that I had it within myself to learn how to cope with like the emotions that I was dealing with. So I'm super grateful for family history because it's helped make me a positive, happy person, just understanding how to connect with my family members. So I'm super excited for this. We'll go ahead and close out. We just have one more quick question for Ella. Do you think you could repeat your YouTube channel and the BYU lab site so our viewers can know how to access these for themselves?
Yeah, so the BYU site is BYU Family History Technology Lab.
I'm just going to add right there. It's fhtl.byu.edu. That's the direct link.
Yeah, and our family in our YouTube channel, you'll find it on Liv's Treehouse, but it's actually called Family History Fun with Liv's Crew.
That's the playlist.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's a playlist.
We are super excited. Thank you so much, Ella, for joining us. Is there anything else you want to tell us, Ella?
I don't think so. I think that's it.
Perfect. So I'm so grateful that we've had you here to teach us so many different ways to make family history fun. And we're super grateful for how positive you are about family history. So we're grateful for the audience for joining us as well, and we'd love you to continue giving us feedback and sharing what you're doing at home using the hashtag FamilySearchLive. And we'll see you next time.
Yeah.